Mary.
Everyone's rise for 5 minutes.
Pledge allegiance to the flag.
Welcome everybody to the October 12th, 2023 regular scheduled council meeting for the city of Egg Harbor. Call to order. This meeting has been properly advertised and posted in accordance with Public Law 75, Chapter 231. Mayor, roll call, please.
Mayor Petty. Here. Antonisi. Here. Clark. Here. Dash.
Here.
Galloway. I am here. Heights. Here. Petzy. Here. Timbers.
Here.
Wright.
Here.
And Richie.
Here. May I have a motion to approve the minutes from September 28th? Make a motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Anybody from the public have any comments regarding agenda items only, including items listed for public hearings? All once, twice. All right, Mayor, the floor is yours for your report.
Okay, real quick, I want to, ask, approval to have a coat drive on 11/4 from Christ Wesleyan Church. They'd like to use the pavilion at Lincoln Park, and they would like council to wait to do.
Any opposition? I have a motion. Second. Roll call, please.
Antonisi. Yes. Clark.
Yes.
Dash.
Yes.
Galloway.
Yes.
Heights.
Yes.
Petzy.
Yes.
Timbers.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
And Richie.
Yes.
Also, American Water wanted me to let everyone know that they will be, have a company called Moss McDonald, doing infrastructure repair. I believe they're replacing a fire hydrant. This is gonna be a little tricky because they're gonna have to close. We're gonna have to shut off service on a couple streets, Philadelphia, the west side of Philadelphia Avenue. I think that's Fifth Terrace, and also the east side of Liverpool. But it will be on from 1 a.m. to 6 a.m. And they have notified the businesses and their residents. They will be doing a test on Monday, the 17th. The water service will be off from 1 a.m. to about 1:30 a.m. But like I said, everyone's been notified, and I also will make a call so that everybody knows that this is happening, just in case. If that will help at all, I don't know, but I will.
You said 1 to 6 a.m.
So Keith and his crew are removing the pergola at, the Kaboom Playground, and to make way for the new ADA equipment that we're going to be ordering. And Gary Hess would like to meet at the playground like we did, so he can get a visual. He will move the seesaw and the chairs that we talked about, and relocate them. His only problem is, he said that there's about 3 foot of concrete going in the seesaw, so people probably have to get involved in that. We had Jody and I and Kim and Gary Hess and Bob Wolcott and Karen Adams and Kim Adams, Keith Adams, sorry. We had a meeting with Bert Lopez from Atlantic Electric. It was very informative. I think we got a lot of things cleared up. They will be putting in the light at First Responder Park. It will have to be adjusted, so if it's not perfectly situated, we're gonna. Yeah. And then, just a reminder, the Fall Festival is the 21st. If you want to do that, make sure you contact Karen Adams. And also, everybody always asks when's trick or treat. It's always 31st, which is Halloween, from 6 to 8. And that's Kim will talk about parade on the 27th, and that's all I have.
Thank you. Moving on to committee report, committee reports. Finance redevelopment, we have 2 meetings scheduled, one on the 23rd, one on the 24th. Each one is its own entity, finance and redevelopment. So come November's meeting, we'll have the update for that. Highway, Councilman Heiss.
I have nothing unless Mr. Adams has anything.
Nope, he doesn't. Councilman Dash, code enforcement? No, I didn't. Councilwoman Anthony, the property park playground and school board. All right, Councilman Wright, utilities? All right, Councilwoman Clark, license ordinance.
Nothing.
Anybody have anything for any committees?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
I just wanted to report that the Sustainable Jersey folks were down in here in Nape Harbor City last week. We had people from all over South Jersey come and get their awards from Atlantic City Electric. We got our $5,000 award to refurbish the football shower gravesite. Anything else? We'll have to reschedule our normal night for our green team meeting to accommodate the finance committee meeting. So I'll be sending out a notice to everyone in that. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilwoman Head, do you have anything for Rotary?
I just want to put it out there one more time as far, well, probably another time before the Halloween parade, just to go over, there's going to be 3 different places that, there's going to be lineups. It's going to be Claudius and London, London, and the other one is going to be Liverpool and Claudius. And there'll be 3 different places. So please, if you're going to participate, take a look at the registration form. It has all of the information on there, right where you are going to line up at and everything else that there is. There's paperwork here. If you're not comfortable with going on the computer, you can come here. And we have it right in the lobby over here across from the clerk's office. Paperwork as well as a box to put your registrations in. Also, it's on Egg Harbor City's Facebook site. It's on Egg Harbor City's regular site, on the Rotary Facebook site, and it's posted all over. So that's all I have to say. If anybody has any questions, please contact me. Thanks. That's all I have.
Thank you. Councilman Timbers, anything for land use or Aaron Haven?
Nothing to report.
Thank you. Moving on, if Aaron, welcome.
Can I just say one thing?
Sure.
Council President, first, and Chief comes up. I did forget to mention that we had an awesome celebration at the Atlantic County Firefighters Association. Chief and Keith worked real hard with the fire department to get everything set up. It was really great. It was really something to see, and it's just unbelievable. And I can tell you that side of the lake is totally underutilized. We really have to laugh because it was just a magnificent place to have this event. And I did have another fire company ask if they could use it in November, but I'll get more information on that. I'm hoping to find if he comes in or if he calls me out. Much else.
It was a great time. It was. So police wise. In the last 2 weeks, we've had 4 burglaries, 12 thefts, 6 motor vehicle accidents, 5 pedestrian stops, total of 40 traffic stops. We've had a total of 6 summonses issues, 6 arrests, 4 business alarms, 7 residential alarms, 218 crime prevention activity, 3 calls for criminal mischief, 4 domestic, 31 domestic incidents, 5 firearms ID applications, 13 follow-up calls, 476 property checks, 5 service calls. Events that we've had, the MS bike race did come through town very briefly, not like it normally did on 9/30. They did change the route this year because there's construction going on. We were out at Cedar Creek Varsity today on October 7th, and then of course October 7th there was the parade, the firefighter parade, and the celebration out at the lake, which I thought was very successful. Upcoming stuff we do at the Fall Festival, as the mayor mentioned, on the 21st, which is not this Saturday, but the next Saturday. 100 and 200 blocks will be shut down, so please make sure that you find alternate routes. The festival is from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. The road is shut down at noon. Halloween parade is on 10/27. The road will be closed, Philadelphia Avenue from Easter Way to eat what it would like, so make alternate plans that evening. Again, as the mayor said, trick or treating, every year we have the question, when is it? Halloween. We're traditionalists here, from 6 to 8 p.m. Halloween. Everybody who is out, if you are driving, please be careful. If you are walking and doing everything, if you can, have some sort of flashing light, a glow stick, wear bright clothing, and please, please, please be careful while you are crossing the streets. One thing of note recently, there was a threat to one of the schools earlier this week. I cannot really say much about it. There was a threat that was reported to the Egg Harbor City Police, we, along with the Atlantic County Prosecutor's Office. Anytime we get a threat regarding any kind of school, we take it very seriously. It was around 10:30 at night. We worked throughout the night to make sure that it was mitigated. We're in constant contact with the school, letting them know the schools are safe. We are consistently monitoring anything. I would like to ask anybody, if you hear anything or have any suspicions about anything, please contact us. You know, better to think the sky is falling and has nothing happened than to just blow something off as, you know, oh, it's just kids talking, and have something happen. But, you know, I do want to stress that, you know, we were actively out at schools. We, you know, we did what we had to make sure that our kids, who are the most important folks here in our community, are safe. And that's all I have.
Thank you. Any questions? For Chief?
No, just want to say thank you for keeping our kids safe. I have my boys in both schools, so thank you.
Jody, like to review the best practice section?
Yeah. That's what has this now. It's normal monthly, well, so it should be a monthly report. I'll just read the September receipts and disbursements. So our receipts were $3,594,523.33. Disbursements of $4,114,360.18. Ending cash balances at the end of September, $9,794,927.71. And $435,811 on health insurance payments to date. And then I give Jackie a copy. Okay, so for the best practices checklist, we are required by the state to do this every year. I believe it's statutory. You have to answer a certain amount, a high enough score, or they withhold some of your state aid. You need a score of 29 to not have any state aid withheld. So this version that I sent to you, we have a score of 37. So we'll get our full final state aid payment. Real quick, I'll just go over the ones that we answered no. So the question was, did you adopt your budget according to the count? One of the first question was first count. Did you adopt the budget within the date set by the state? The only reason we didn't this year is we were waiting for the water plant sale to go through. So normally we would be able to, but that held us up. They asked if we have a storm recovery reserve, which I think it's kind of funny that some of these questions are like best practices when they're things that just came out. And I don't know, we have a snow removal reserve, but we don't have a storm recovery. So something we could, maybe we should, I don't know if we can change the name or just establish another trust, might be something to think about. So if there is another storm or event that, you know, we can start setting aside some money at the end of each year for that. There was a question about cybersecurity. Do we require a certain type of password requirement? I don't believe we do. So I'll have to talk to our IT people about that. And then if we've enrolled for membership in a cybersecurity membership, which I'm again surprised this is a requirement. I've never even heard of the organization. So I don't.
We have a shared services for cybersecurity.
They had sent out something, but we had gotten a grant and upgraded a lot of our equipment a few years ago. I've honestly never even heard of this. We have something through the JIP also. So I'm going to find out. There's a chance we have this through the JIP, but I don't even know. So I'll send an email before I submit the actual.
There's usually a rider in the insurance policy that talks about cybersecurity, how extensive you want it, depending on how much you want to spend. So it gives you the basics, and the basics are $250 per account that's robbed. And then they give you some money to fix it. If you want anything greater than that, you have to pay for a separate rider. I think that's what they're talking about.
And then another question, do we have any one or more public electric vehicle charging stations been installed on municipal property. We are working on that. We don't actually have it yet. And when purchasing new vehicles, does your municipality have a formal policy to purchase hybrid or alternative fuel vehicles? Again, I'm sort of surprised these are like actual, more than like unscored, kind of finding out where people stand with this, but I think that might have been.
I noticed that some of them didn't have any more. Some of the questions didn't have a zero or a one.
It would have just, oh, they might have been ones I was waiting on. One was about the financial disclosure form. So I have to double check because all of council did, but there was someone I think on the land use board that didn't, so I have to figure out if I need to count that as a yes or a no. And, I think that was the only one I would have been holding off. I needed to find out the answer. Oh, and then the lead safe. I'm sorry, I didn't fill that. I'm waiting on from the building department to get their actual. We didn't pay for any of like that. It would all be outside, but if anyone's had, which they have had a good handful of people that have had the lead samplings or whatever and received a certificate, because every time there's a change of occupancy.
Has anybody needed remediation?
That I don't know. I have not heard back. Once I get that information from Don, I'll forward that out. So that way you guys have what I'm putting on there. Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's it. So if anybody has any other questions, feel free to email or call me. I'll look into it. But
Thanks, Jody.
thank you.
Appreciate it. All right, moving on. Jackie, you have anything?
No.
All right, Angela.
Just
Yeah.
briefly, for your consideration, under number 22 is an ordinance for the storage of salt and other de-icing material, which only applies to privately owned property. This is mandated by New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection, and it's a safeguard against your water system. So the DEP did not want de-icing materials in the form of chips or salts to be stored near stormwater drains or near public water supply, so it doesn't contaminate it. So this ordinance puts something in place that tells you what you can store, where you can store. If it's outside, obviously you can't control what you store inside. But if it's outside, it basically has to be in a container or something to prevent it from leaking out into the surface or into the water system. And if you have such a facility outside, then you're required to inspect it. And if you're in violation of this ordinance, I put violations of first offense, $100, second offense, $200, third and subsequent, $300. And the reason I put those fees in is because it is private property. And I think they may be reasonable if you want to increase them or decrease them. That's within your authority and you can do that.
I have a couple questions.
Sure.
Does the city have a store?
No, we don't.
Lead?
We don't.
It's hard to say.
We do not.
So would we be in violation of that?
No, because it's only applicable. Oh, I thought, told me, we didn't.
We use the liquid now, but we have.
Oh, okay. You
So the
put
city
salt?
is compliant.
Yes.
And do we have any businesses that store salt?
That I don't know.
Because I was wondering, do we really need it? 'Cause
Well,
how many people at home actually store salt in their house?
the best case scenario is that it doesn't apply to anyone.
Right. But.
And
you
it
know,
probably doesn't, to be honest, but we have to adopt it, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I flipped
It's
it-
part of our stormwater.
Yeah, it's part of your MS4
requirement.
compliance.
We have it at our house, we have it in the trash can, Gary keeps it in the trash can to do our porch and our sidewalk and
So you're
around
good.
our cars and such, so, you know.
So you're good.
And
You
it
can continue.
pertains to that kind
So
of.
we're gonna
stuff,
keep an eye
even
on her house.
when
Your
they find it.
inspection, once
Sorry.
And I thought we get fined for.
a week, since we only have Donna. Well,
Sounds like she's already compliant. She's got it in a can.
yeah, right. So if you want to increase the fines, if we can do that, I can increase it, I'll amend it. But that's the only discretion we really have. Are the fines.
Sounds good.
So do you want to keep them the way they are? Do you want to amend them?
I'm fine with them over there.
Yeah.
The way they are?
Any opposition? All right,
I don't have a problem raising. At least the final one, the third.
The third one of $300? Up to you. 300.
300.
Oh, yeah.
It's 100, 200, 300. We also get 72 hours to correct any violation
Before you get. fined.
before you get any fine.
Figure by the time they get to 300, they've already paid the 100 and the 200, so now they're actually up to 600.
But like I said, because it's private property, I didn't think,
Mhm.
but it's up to you.
Well, that really does affect the environment if it gets it even in the street, even putting it on your sidewalk when
Yeah,
it
but we put
rains.
it on the streets. But I mean,
Well,
the streets get folded as it is.
Well,
It's
So-
really bad for the environment.
The ordinance is really,
Storm sewer system.
the ordinance is targeted at pile storage outdoors.
I got it.
So if you make a giant mound of it in your
Yeah.
backyard, that's not good. for
Right, I got
So
you.
this just, you have to keep it in a container, you can use it how you use it, you just
Right.
gotta store
But
it.
driveway, you see people with mounds of de-icing crystals on their driveway, ready to spread it all over their property.
Right.
I got you. I think we're making a mountain out of a molehill there.
Out of a salt hill.
Out of a salt hill, all right.
I'm fine with the three.
Okay. Want to keep it the way it is? You want to?
Yeah, keep like it.
Okay. And that's all I had. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Ryan.
Yeah, the only real update we have is, the Weisbecker demo, we got some stuff over to Jody and Keith. I think Keith has been, trying to set up some meetings to go through and look at the contractors, so they can offer, a reasonable quote price, and hopefully we get some back to some of the threshold. I don't know, I forwarded some stuff to Jody and Keith, I just know he's been working on
I
that.
reached out to a few contractors. I believe by Monday I'll have appointments next week to take it over there.
Cause I got a response, well, someone contacted me about that, so I can talk to them. It was more expensive than what you're thinking.
Yeah, I'm gonna say.
Definitely
it's not
possible.
gonna be- It's not gonna come under the threshold.
Yeah, we're hoping to get, it was 44, I think, but it could be a stretch.
That was the lowest bid.
Right.
44.
We should have
Yeah,
just
yeah,
actually
you might
done
as
a
well.
bid at this point.
What's that?
I said at this point, we could have just done a bid.
Well, bid documents for their tricky.
Excuse me, Ryan, you were
Yes.
saying 44 was the lowest?
No, 44 is the
That's the
quote
threshold.
threshold. If it's over that, you can't award it as a quote, you'd have to bid it. So it has to be public advertised and all that fun stuff.
So we may be looking December now, so.
Yeah, potentially. Well, yeah, unless you go the emergency demo route and then the quote threshold doesn't apply, but there are other criteria.
Sure.
So
All right,
anything's possible.
yes, sir. What else you got?
The third terrace quote, we're working on trying to get some numbers back from contractors you guys haven't really consider. But that's really it for me for now.
Great, thank you.
Sure.
Appreciate it. All right, moving on to number 13, it's the resolution to award the Sourcewell contract for Napa Auto Parts. Any questions or comments regarding this? Nope. I have a motion. Make a motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Antonisi,
Yes.
Clark,
Yeah.
Dash,
Yes.
Galloway,
Yes.
Height,
Yes.
Hetzey,
Yes.
Timbers.
Yeah.
Wright.
Yeah.
And Richie.
Yeah. Number 14 is a resolution to award Sourcewell contract for Butcher Street Sweeper. Any questions or comments regarding this?
Where's the cost? Is it on here?
I believe it's at the bottom.
300,000?
That's for the sweeper, a arm for the vac, is that what I'm saying, right? Vacuum? Or the hose? And then an extra warranty and a spare tire.
What's the length on the warranty?
It was like an additional 2 years, right? So like a 4 years.
That's the total amount?
Yeah, that's for everything, for all those extra options included, yes.
Keith, is this the one you wanted?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't argue that.
Any other questions or comments regarding this? Not may I have a motion? I'll
make a motion.
Second. Roll call, please.
Okay, Antonisi.
Yes.
Clark.
Yes.
Dash.
Yeah.
Galloway.
Yes.
Height.
Yeah.
Hetzey.
Yes.
Timbers.
Yeah.
Wright.
Yeah.
And Richie.
Yes. Number 15 is a resolution to cancel the grants that were provided. If there's no questions or comments, motion?
Can I have a question?
Sure.
The municipal alliance grants,
Mhm.
they're not expending all the funds they're getting?
So the one year that there was like a little bit more, it was kind of like from COVID, that a lot of programs couldn't still be held, so that was that. And the other one, I think the second year was just like a little balance that was left
Okay.
from something else.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Antonisi,
Yes.
Clark.
Yes.
Dash.
Yes.
Galloway,
Yes.
Height,
Yes.
Hesse,
Yes.
Timbers,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
and Richie.
Yes. 16 is a resolution for chapter 159 truck driving enforcement fund, amount of $1,349.37. There's no question or comments. We have a motion.
Make a motion.
I'll second.
Roll call.
Antonisi.
Yes.
Clark.
Yes.
Dash.
Yes.
Galloway,
Yes.
Heist,
Yes.
Hesse,
Yes.
Timbers,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
and Richie.
Yes. 17 is a resolution in chapter 159, again, body worn camera policy and implementation programs in the amount of $16,000. If there's no questions or comments, may I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Antonisi.
Yes.
Clark.
Yes.
Dash.
Yes.
Galloway,
Yes.
Heist,
Yes.
Hesse,
Yes.
Timbers,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
and Richie.
Yes. 18, chapter 159, again, bulletproof vest in the amount of $2,437.50. No questions or comments, may I have a motion?
I just have
Sure.
one question. How often do we have to get these, the
Yeah.
bulletproof vests? It's every year you get them. And it's, I'm just curious. Thank you.
Second,
I'll second.
roll call, please.
Antonisi.
Yes.
Clark.
Yes.
Dash.
Yes.
Galloway,
Yes.
Heist,
Yes.
Hesse,
Yes.
Timbers,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
and Richie.
Yes. Number 19 is a resolution to cancel outstanding checks that are over 6 months old.
Make a motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Antonisi.
Yes.
Clark.
Yes.
Dash.
Yes.
Galloway,
Yes.
Heist,
Yes.
Hesse,
Yes.
Timbers,
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
And Richie.
Yes. Resolution, number 20, in REM foreclosure list. Are there any comments or questions regarding this? Not, may I have a motion?
Ryan just advised us that, block 528, 28.03 should not be on the list.
Okay,
It will not be on the list.
Will not be, it's 1115 White Horse Pike.
That same lot, right?
Well, yeah, there may be a house in the wrong place.
Random.
yeah.
Yeah, it's been there for a long time.
All right, before we move on, to resolution, have a motion to remove that property off the list, please.
I'll make a motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, any other questions regarding the list? Nope, all
Make a
right,
motion.
thank you.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Antonisi.
Yes.
Clark.
Yes.
Dash.
Yes.
Galloway,
Yes.
Heist,
Yeah.
Hesse,
Yes.
Timbers,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
and Richie.
Yeah,
Can I ask a question about that one? How long will it take to do these foreclosures?
The foreclosure attorney does them, so it usually takes about 6 months.
Probably longer even than that.
It depends when he
It's not
files it.
finalized.
Yeah, if he files it in, November, then certainly by mid next year. They're moving quicker than they used to.
21 is resolution to refund overpayment for utility bill for 743 Havana Avenue. Any questions or comments? Motion, please.
Make a motion.
Second. Roll call.
Antonisi.
Yes.
Clark.
Yes.
Dash.
Yes.
Galloway,
Yes.
Heist, Hesse,
Yes.
Timbers,
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
And Richie.
Yes. Number 22 is an introduction of the ordinance that was spoke upon, number 16 of this year. Amending the general code of the city of Egg Harbor and enhancing and acting chapter 268 titled storage of salt and other de-icing material on privately owned property. Are there any other questions regarding this introduction of this ordinance? If not, may I have a motion?
Make a motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Moving on to 23.
Make a motion.
We pay the bills. I have a motion by Wright, second by Dash. And a roll call, please.
Antonisi.
Yes.
Clark.
Yes.
Dash.
Yes.
Galloway,
Yes.
Heist,
Yes.
Hesse,
Yes.
Timbers,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
and Richie.
Yes. Mayor, the floor is yours for any final comment.
I don't have anything, but Ryan, could you tell me the block and lot number of the waivers they got from you, please?
Block 528, lot
Okay.
28.03.
Sorry.
All right, Councilman Heiss?
Just pray for the conflict that's going on overseas. We need to live in a peaceful world, and that's not happening. So I think we need everyone to start praying and go back to praying, and maybe that will help us to rectify some of this conflict that's going on all over the world. And that's all.
Thank you. Councilman Dash.
I'd like to thank Egg Harbor City Police Department. One of the property checks you did this month was my house. Thank you very much. Also, I would like to say, Philadelphia Avenue looks great. I love seeing all the moms. They look really nice. The flags are up. They look great. Nice job.
Scarecrows will be out hopefully Monday. Just missing one. Mr. Mean be green.
Councilman Wright.
Just a couple things to remind everybody about trunk or treat tomorrow night from 6 to 8 o'clock. Bring the kids out. It's gonna be a good time. It was a good turnout last year, and I expect it to be bigger this year than it was last year. So, Keith, if we could just do a couple little drive-bys, we really appreciate it. And then also Saturday is the Crusaders football game, and before my phone started blowing up, yes, we are playing tomorrow in the rain. We don't not play unless it's lightning or the refs call us off. If it's a monsoon out there, we will still be playing.
Saturday night.
Saturday.
Yeah, you said tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, well, the next day after Friday.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah, Saturday. So, if you're coming out to watch the game, make sure you dress for the weather, because starting after 1 o'clock, it's gonna get pretty bad out there, so. See what happens. And that should be it.
Thank you. Councilman Timbers.
I just wanted to say, this is October, so breast cancer awareness month. It's something that's close to me right now, a lot closer than I wish it was not. My mother is a breast cancer survivor, and she is also someone who is still fighting with this disease. So if you haven't seen me for, for her meeting or so, just know that I've been trying to do my part. So I just want to keep that, put that out there for everyone. Remember that that this month, although there's a lot of great things happening, there's also some things that we need to be mindful of as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilwoman Hessing.
I just also feel like all the unrest overseas, my heart goes out to all the people that lost loved ones there, and all of the fighting and unrest over there. I also just want to say a lot of good things that are coming up here in town with Mason and everybody involved with the Crusaders and everything. It really is a nice, and it adds a positive note. And the mayor with doing everything on the main street, it looks absolutely beautiful. It really does. And I just think that we're really trying to balance this out and get some positives here in Egg Harbor City, and I think it's wonderful. And have a great weekend, everyone. Try to stay safe.
Thank you. Councilwoman Anthony C.
This past week, we lost a lifelong resident in town. Sue Ann Weisbecker was 91, which is an amazing life lived. She is resting at peace with her husband, who she lost over 13 years ago. She was a longtime teacher here in town, so she's a part of our family, and I know she was a part of a lot of people's family. So I just want to, put her name out there and make sure people know that she's gone on to the other side after this long life lived here in town. And that's all I have.
Thank you. Councilwoman Clark.
Also with the trunk or treat, I will be out there at 4:30. So if anyone, we still have room to set up trunks. So if anyone wants to set up trunks, I'll be out there at 4:30. Crusaders Field from 6 to 8, and we're gonna have a fun time. And do not judge me for my costume, please.
Councilwoman Galloway.
Yeah, I just want to send my heart to the people in Israel and in Gaza who are suffering through this war. I saw a post on Facebook today that said, one day I want to turn on the news and read, there's peace in the world. So I kind of feel the same way about that. I just wanted to let everyone know that we did hear finally from our urban and community forestry grant. They hooked us up with Hispanic Asset Access Foundation, one of 12 pass-through partners that will be managing our grant. And the email notification we got that purely the expectation that 100% of the funds managed by Hispanic Access Foundation will be offered match-free, which means we don't have to come up with a match to communities classified as disadvantaged, and that's Egg Harbor City. So it also says that we probably close an agreement with this organization in the second quarter of 2024. I'm already getting phone calls that there's a tree here that needs attention and there's a tree here. So we're really not going to be able to do anything for at least 6 months or longer. So I just want to let everybody know that. And I think that's it.
Thank you. All right, I'll just finish with, Go Phillies, since nobody else wanted to say it. So,
For the time.
yeah, we got about half an hour for first pitch, but anyway, moving on to public comment. Anybody from the public like to speak on anything? Going once, going twice. All right, my motion to adjourn. All in favor? All right, we'll see you all in November.
Oh, my goodness.